see them there flashing and looking at you and winking and flirting with you. Oh, we're bringing this up now. This is 14 karat white gold. 14 karat white gold. I saw this at the this was at the tail end of the show. This one here is that beautiful round, look at that. You've got the choice in color, $239.90 is the price that you're now going to be paying. It's an eternity band. We have sizes 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now here's what we have in colors. Now, you need to hear this very clearly. The size 5, we have blue diamonds, green diamonds, red diamonds, yellow diamonds. In size 6, we have blue, red, and yellow. In size 7, we have green and red available. And in size 8, we have the black and the blue available. Eternity band, actually clever, very artistic. Floor crew, putting these side by side, stacking these rings. Can you imagine? Now remember that these came back with an appraised value, the lowest at $880. This is non-stop diamonds the whole way around. In your choice, again, there's blue, green, red, yellow, or black, but obviously they're limited in certain sizes. The size again, 5, 6, 7, and 8, $239.90. Your flex pay is less than $60. Now we do charge our flex pays by the month, but a lot of us, like myself, we do our budgets by the week. That works out to be $15. Now, $15 a week. But think about this. I would hope that perhaps that the engagement ring, the wedding ring may never be replaced, but you'd always like to add a little bit more dazzle, a little bit more bling. Now you can do in diamonds, colored diamonds, in your choice of blue, green, red, or yellow, or black in the diamonds, and your flex pay is $59.98. Remember, those round pave stud earrings are at the bottom of the screen, $491,862. This ring right now, through all the colors and all the sizes available, I have fewer than 50 available. Under 50 people can now get this amazing 14 karat gold eternity band ring available. You've got 2 minutes on the screen. I'll be amazed if it lasts 2 minutes. But this is where you've got non-stop diamonds, because if you find with a ring sometimes it will move around, unless of course it's been well weighted, great balance at the very top, it'll sit very flush and sit exactly where you've left it. Where this ring, you'll find yourself twisting it, turning it, because every single millimeter of this, every single element of this is flashing beautiful diamonds. Again, sizes 5, 6, 7, and 8. The operators will be able to help you with the colors that are available. We have blue diamonds, green diamonds, red diamonds, yellow diamonds available, but one flex pay of less than $60 and it's yours. Maybe, gentlemen, again, with the anniversary coming up, with Mother's Day coming up, being able to put this aside very quickly. Within 7 to 10 working days, this is going to be with you, but this is not sterling silver. This is not rhodium plated. This is 14 karat gold with your choice right now in sizes 5, 6, 7, and 8. But you have the beautiful gemstone. Now, these will all be color enhanced, all of them, in the way of the colors, because you've got, you know, in some way, shape, or form, they would start off maybe as a lighter tone of either the black or the green or the yellow or the red. If these were 100% natural, genuine colored stone diamonds, we'd be talking many, many, many thousands of dollars. Many thousands of dollars. But you end up getting genuine diamonds in an option of colors and sizes right now, and the flex pay is going to set you back about $15 a week. April, by the way, is Diamond Month here at HSN. In fact, it's Diamond Month around the world. But what we're doing here at HSN is we're doing a minimum of 4 flex pays on every single diamond item through the month of April. Now, you may not be born in April. I'm not born in April, but we can all appreciate the beauty of a diamond. Not only that, even the most limited understanding of gemstones knows the value and the beauty of a diamond. I have under 40